Do you ever feel like you're living your life, but you're not really there? You read a book and you don't remember what you read. You go to somewhere beautiful, go for a walk on the beach, but you don't remember the walk. Maybe you have a conversation and you can't quite remember what happened in that conversation, or you're not quite sure who you were or what you said. It's like life is happening to you, but you're not really there. That's not forgetfulness. That's something I call numbness, and it's more common than you might think. Hi, I'm Lou. I've been a therapist for the past 30 years, working with neglect, sexual abuse, assault, deep trauma that people really struggle to come back from, really fractures our sense of self. And to be honest with you, I've been there myself. And so I want you to know that you're not crazy and you're not doing anything abnormal. This is normal behavior. This is what we do. We disconnect in order to survive. A lot of people believe that zoning out means they're lazy or they don't care or there's something wrong with them. I used to give myself a really hard time about it, but the truth is there's nothing wrong with me and there's nothing wrong with you. Numbness or dissociation, which is a strategy for protecting, is a bit like a circuit breaker in your house. When that circuit gets overused, the house shuts down so it doesn't burn the whole circuit, so it doesn't burn down the house. Dissociation and numbness is the same thing. We need that to slow it down. We need that to protect us when things were overwhelming and too much. And it's good that we have it, honestly. It keeps us sane, even though it becomes difficult later. At some point, when things were not survivable, your younger self said, I can't survive this, I need to shut down. And that was a good decision, really good decision. And that part needs to know that you're safe now. That part who shut down kept you from burning out completely. And so they just need you to care about them now, for you to let them know that you care about them. Protection's not the same as healing. Protection, which our younger parts did when they shut down, helped us to survive. But now we get triggered in different ways and we shut down and we lose things. We lose that walk on the beach. We lose that connection with someone we love because something triggers us and we shut down. And we have to respect the pace that we need to go. It's important because that younger part needs to go at the pace that they need to go. And that's really vital. We don't want to upset them again. So what does dissociation really look like? Sometimes it looks like just spacing out and missing things, zoning out in the middle of a task or feeling like you're not really present, feeling emotionally flat. That happens too. You're there physically, but you're not really there. Other times, it's more intense. You might be floating outside of your body. When a really intense trauma happens, we often do that. That's a healthy response, depending on how severe the trauma is. Or you might feel like your surroundings are quite unreal, almost like you're watching a movie of your life. That happens too. And here's the thing, dissociation doesn't just show up for people who clearly remember their trauma, it also shows up for people who don't. People who don't even know that they had trauma. Some of us don't. Dissociation's really powerful. Yet because your nervous system and your body remember, you're still going to get triggered. And you're still going to get scared and you're still going to react and you're not necessarily going to have control of that. And trauma isn't just big things. Sometimes it's small things. I think people discount their trauma often and say, oh, I didn't have trauma. Yet when we get overwhelmed, that can be traumatic. If we were in hospital, that's super traumatic. If we lost a parent or there was a divorce, that's super traumatic. But trauma is basically any experience that overwhelms your ability to cope. It could be ongoing neglect, criticism, just not getting the care, not connecting with your parents in the way that you needed to as a child, maybe not feeling seen. But it can be a sudden loss of a grandparent or sudden loss of a friend, having to move. They are moments when your younger self felt unprotected, unsafe, and got overwhelmed. And it's hard to look back and know what those are because you shut down, so you don't really remember. So what can you do in those moments when you check out and you're not really present? One of the most supportive practices I teach that I developed in my work with clients and with myself is heart holding reassurance. So feeling that tension in the body and talking directly to the body and directly to that part and saying, hey, we're okay. I'm keeping us safe now. Or you might want to say, I'm listening. I hear you. I know it wasn't okay. And finding out what's going on with that part. First, kind of do that reassuring and see how your body responds. If it gets bigger, try to listen. If it gets way too big, tell the little one that you need it to come a little bit slower, a little bit less intense, if you do. And just tolerate what you hear. Do your best to tolerate what you hear and listen to everything that's there. Just notice what comes up. And it might be a phrase that arises, it might be words, and it might not. It might just be a feeling. And also follow your intuition and use whatever words you need to use as you listen, as you talk to the body and this younger part. And if it feels okay and it feels safe for you, you can ask, what are you worried about? Or what do you want? What do you want from me? What can I help with? That kind of question, like you would to a child. Let yourself sit with that for a moment. You may hear words, you may have just a sensation, and try to notice whatever's present, however it is, and see if you can just listen. The feelings that arise might be grief or sadness or anger. There can be a lot of different feelings. Whatever happens, do your best to trust what arises. If it gets bigger, that's okay. It's part of the expression of what's moving through you and letting you know. Once they let you know, they can settle down, but they'll keep telling you until they know that you're listening, and sometimes until you use an energy practice that helps to settle and connect. Each time you offer yourself this kind of presence, you build a bridge between you and your younger parts. It can take some time, but if your body and parts are reluctant, go slow and listen. Let those little ones know that you'll keep listening and that hopefully they will trust you in time. Reassure them, let them know that you'll be there and you'll keep listening. It makes perfect sense that they might not trust you at first. This practice is so powerful because when we don't believe ourselves about what happened, it creates a lot of pain. So it's really good, really powerful to kind of say to the body and say to yourself, hey, I hear you, I believe you, right? We need to trust what we hear. It's when we don't trust it and we don't believe that we feel a little crazy, right? It happened, you know it happened, and you can feel the distress. You have to trust that. So try to say something like, I believe you, I'm here. We already survived. That can be really helpful. And once we make that bridge, that's where healing happens. If this practice resonated with you, I created a PDF of it so that you can use it whenever you feel the need. And it can teach you and you can practice with it. You'll find the link in the description down below. Remember, numbing out doesn't mean you're broken. It means you survived. And now you can learn to come home to yourself. In the next video, I'll show you how dissociation actually affects your life and relationships, even your sense of self, and how you can take control back. Click here to watch that now.